friends. Say hey when you're hopping on. Oh, do you ever feel like I had kind of felt a little icky? Pre-trip, took antibiotics, whatever. On the plane ride here, I feel like planes just do something to me. Anyone else? Maybe it's the recirculated air. I could feel my, or maybe season change, like sinuses going from one place to another. But I woke up this morning and I feel like my nose was like triple this. So I'm hoping as I rub around on my face today that I don't just cause myself a bunch of drainage. I had the best, I'm gonna get this out just in case. I had the best weekend, long weekend. It was just so good and much needed. If you have a bunch of kids and your life is really busy, and we've had a lot of like life changes, and I just can't like say enough how happy I am that we got to go on a trip together. So hi from Texas. Where's everybody else coming in from? All right, this is when I kind of like go through and like, you know, everything. Like take everything out of your bag, put it back where it goes. We were on the elevator leaving our last little spot, and Adam was like, I'm glad we don't have anything else coming up soon, like just kind of chill. And by the time we'd made it down the elevator and to the car, we had started thinking about like things we could do when my sister was in town, like she's coming in a few weeks, and things that we should do for Christmas. And I was like, just slow our roll. Okay, yesterday I tried going live from the airport and I accidentally went live on my personal page. So sorry if you missed that. I was kind of doing a recap. So today I'll do a recap as well. Just because these are electrolytes I've already eaten, drank. Okay, so we went to Boston and then road tripped to like New Hampshire, Vermont, up into Maine and back down. I have never done that. Oh, we went to Massachusetts too. So Boston, Massachusetts. Anyways, it was so fun. And apparently the leaves changed colors a little early this year. So we were a little late for the leaf peeping, but it was still like so leafy, especially compared to like, this is how green it is at our house right now. It's green. It's just green all year. So, okay, this one's also already down the hatch. This launches today. Okay, I want to talk to you about this product while I'm getting ready, but this is the Balance Urinary Tract Health. I don't know if it's just me, why I'm so excited about this, or if it's just in general women. I feel like we really struggle, but if you're somebody who has struggled with your pH balance, if you have struggled with smells or any sort of frequent infections that affect intimacy, or if you struggle with like not being as strong in that area, like if you are needing to like detox your liver, maybe you've been on antibiotics, but urinary tract health, right? If you feel like you were just constantly on cranberries, like anybody else, this product I am so excited about. And it is great for urinary tract support. It is great for vaginal health, microbiome balance. It is just so good. But anyways, also something I didn't realize, that cranberry and rich in oxidant type product like this helps with your skin and promoting radiant skin and helps with inflammation. But that was something I learned. We'll take it together. But this just dropped. You can use my code Courtney Swan and save 15%, or do the subscription as well and you save 25%. My sister called me a couple weeks ago and she said, if you sold a certain amount per year or something, I don't remember the details, but you get access to the products early. And so she has had them, I have had them, we've had them like the last month. Before they launch, it allows you to try them, get true results, like not just here's your product or it launches today, go order it. Like everyone gets to have already tried it. And she was like, I feel like everything is cleaner. I feel like things are getting tighter. I feel like things are getting just better. Like if you struggle with itchy, I don't know, all the things that you downstairs, like this product is really good for that. So detoxing your liver, this is good for detoxing, helping prevent kidney stones, helping prevent if you have kids who have bedwetting, like if you struggle when you sneeze, like this is just a good product, a good daily. It does list the ingredients completely. Yep. So totally helps flush. I'll read it to you, although this is the smallest font in pink I have ever. I'm gonna have to buy actual readers here soon. So black currant, white pomegranate, red pomegranate, cranberry extract, Lactobacillus johnsoni, which is a postbiotic. It also can be effective by many factors, including antibiotics. So again, remember we take prebiotics to help our gut. We take postbiotics to help cleanse our liver and our kidneys. But this says, including antibiotics, menstruation, sexual activity, tight clothing, diet, pregnancy, and menopause. Maintaining balance is the key to feeling your best. So anyways, you need to be proactive about feminine wellness to maintain healthy urinary tract and supportive overall health, and balancing your microbiome and pH while cleansing and flushing your urinary tract. If you aren't a woman, this might not be as important to you, although Adam asked me if men could take it, and they can. Specifically, if your husband or brother or whoever struggles with like kidney stones, this would be really good. Guys, great ingredients. Yes, for your menopause, really, really common to be prone to more infections. Like, it only has 10 calories, and the other ingredients is erythritol, is the artificial ingredient. I take a lot of that when I'm doing keto. So it's just like a non-sugar, it won't cause your blood sugar to spike alternative. Postbacteria provides beneficial bacteria for vaginal and gut health. 36 milligrams of cranberry to help maintain urinary tract. Clinically proven postbiotics of the white pomegranate extract help support a healthy vaginal microbiome and pH balance, which also helps with smell. I think I'm like on a smell kick because on our plane, Adam was like, what is that smell? What is that smell? And all I could think of was like, it smells like someone who hasn't taken care of themselves on their cycle, right? Like unclean. That's what our first plane smelled like for about the first hour. I don't know if we were near someone or whatever. And so I just am like, if I could have found who it was and given them this, it would be great, because we all want to be our best, right? Everywhere. Anyways, silly question, because you still have ovaries but had a partial hysterectomy and wondering if it would benefit from it. I would say if you're missing part of it and you struggle with natural pH anyways, because some things maybe aren't there, I would say this would be great. But no, we weren't able to go to the Boston Aquarium. We really just hopped in Boston and drove from there, and we ate. That's all we did in Boston, really. Okay, straight on your tongue. And you let it dissolve, so it goes straight into your system. I like to do it in it is kind of a good amount of powder. So I like to do half of it, take a drink of water. It tastes really good, but that's what my sister called and told me. She was like, have you tried the taste? And I was like, yeah, it's delicious. And she was like, I look forward to it more than my Trimfit. She was like, I wish they would make a Trimfit in that flavor. You could also mix it in with your Trimfit, but in order to get their live microbiomes, in order to get them directly into your system, the preferred and best way to get it into your system and get the most out of it is directly on to your tongue. it smelled, our plane smelled so bad. I don't know who it was. I'm so glad. I don't know, but we're like, what does that smell? Like, it's just not, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's what it smells like. It was just the smell of like, I don't know. Have you ever been into a bathroom where they have like a thing of pads in the trash can? Why is my dog in the front yard? Hang on. Oh, Ivory. What are you doing? Hang on. Hey, Ivory, what are you doing? Get the house. Hey, don't be naughty. You can't go out front. Everyone knows that song. Anyways, they could have benefited tremendously from this product. But even if you notice that mostly your like urine is more on the yellow side than clear, even if you're drinking a lot of water, you will notice a difference with this, that like it's just fresher, cleaner. Anyways, it was gross and I could have thrown up. But it got better. I don't know if I went to the bathroom or what, but it did get better. So anyways, but that reminded me of it. But you all, again, they have love it guarantee. If you're ever unhappy with the product, you can always get your money back. But this is one I put on my subscribe and save. So you get an extra 10% off when you subscribe. I plan to take it daily. And I'll add it to my collection of things that, this is in the balance line with the total hormone balance. Just take it down. And, Adam specifically was like, I don't know. I don't like, do people, oh, he's just such a guy. Like, do people need that? And I was like, I don't know. Have you ever been to like a nursing home? Like one of the biggest issues you have is like bladder control, like taking care of your body now so that you have healthy body later. I think that's why which my family was like a big, especially my grandparents. I'm going to shut this door just so it's not as loud. Our Wednesday, twice a month is our housekeeper day. Elizabeth is here, and then Adam's feeding the dog, and so it's a little loud. And I'm so glad we scheduled her to come this one because it was going to be right after we were out of town. And I was like, we will need a little extra help because I won't have been here. Anyways, but I think I'm such a fan of like supplementation. I also am a fan of like, go outside and get vitamin D, move your body, walk, like this personal health journey the last few years, but really being like, how can I help my body to be the healthiest it can be? And how can I help my body to feel the best? And what can I put in my body that, I don't know, is helping preventatively? So this is a good one. All right, trim it. Shake it up, and I have the greens in my makeup bag. That's exciting. I also just must not have thrown anything away. Look at all these like things that I didn't throw away, but I ate them. Okay, so shaky. Really exciting. I got home and I was like, I was intentional to eat healthy this trip, even though it was a fun trip. For the most part of the trip, I chose like healthy options just because I didn't want setbacks. Like we're still trying to have a baby. I'm trying to like keep my weight under control in case I were to get pregnant. Like I'm trying to get down a little closer to that goal. And so a lot of the things I ate on this trip were like, I ate salmon and like rice and veggies and like a mushroom dish and big salads. And then we did have lobster. I had like a lobster pasta. That was my splurge. And I had a macaron from the cookie company. And those were my splurges on the trip. But kind of like realistic things. I know people are going into traveling for fall break. People are going in, and if you're like not in a season where you don't want to watch what you're eating, I'm not judging you and I don't care at all. But if you want little tips or ideas, can I get this on? For how to be more successful while traveling, I think one of the biggest ones, this is not working. What is going on? I think one of the biggest ones is being like going into it, kind of giving yourself like that you could have, whether that's, I'm gonna just keep the lid off and hope I don't knock it over. Giving yourself like, I could have 3 bites. I am able to, or like, does this help me get me closer to my goals, you know? Yeah, so I'm not taking like folic acid, but I'm taking methylfolate. So, but things that help me is ordering a big salad, like not ordering your splurge when you're starving. Like making sure that you're filling yourself up. Try and drink a big glass of water before your food even gets there. Ordering, like we had crispy Brussels as an appetizer, and we had like a mushroom with cashews and arugula. I don't know. It was delicious. But we tried ordering appetizers that were more on the, now, do they cook in butter? Probably. Do they? But out of what we were doing while we were traveling, trying to make those like intentional steps. Can't get on the link. I'm not sure what that means. Can you guys see the links in the description of the video? Use the CMUG every time. Well, why am I struggling? I feel like I've used it, and I don't know if I'm just like not lined up. Yeah, there we go. I'm a little prone to knocking things over, so. But that helped me this trip, and I came back, I weighed this morning. I did not weigh last night when we got in because I even thought about it, but I was like, this is gonna show, and I'm sure I'm like swollen. And I took my supplements every day. I took my like GLP-1 supplement. It's like a pill. It's a plant-based peptide. It's not like the shot version, but it's plant-based. It just helps you like both trim fit and that help you not be as hungry. But like just taking things that like, okay, I'm not ravenously hungry. Like I'm taking my trim fit before I go out to dinner or lunch or whatever. I don't know. Those really help me. Don't mix your trim fit and greens, you're missing out because the flavor is chef's kiss. Alright, so we dropped my car off at a car place, mechanic, dealership. And we told them that when the car is off, the screen works. But when the car is not on, it says like, unable to use this feature, and you can't click on it, so I can't control the rear air. So the kids are getting like hot. And so I dropped it off. They were like, the radio's broken, which it's not broken because the radio works fine, but it's like the panel. But also it works, you can turn the DVD on, everything. If you're in park, like getting gas at the gas station and the car is kind of on but not running, you can use all the features. So I'm like, it's gotta be in the programming. And so anyways, then they said that they did a diagnostic and that they found, they're like, if you're noticing a lot of shaking, it's because your motor mounts are bad. I don't even know what a motor mount is, but I was like, I have no shake. I haven't noticed anything weird in the car. And so he was like, I'll give you your estimate and we can get started. And I was like, okay. For the DVD player's radio panel to be fixed and the motor mounts, $6,000. I was like, I think we're gonna pass on all of it. And I actually asked, how much is it just for the DVD player? Because I don't think there's a motor mount issue. I've had no shaking. I don't know I'm gonna get like a second opinion. And he was like, well, that would be $3,000. I was like, well, we'll be there to pick it up tomorrow. So that's where we're headed, to go and just pick up the car, because I think that's insane. And my kids don't need a DVD player, $3,000 worth. And maybe we'll find somebody like on Craigslist or something that can work on the car. But do you ever just do something and you're like, well, that's nuts. Like, absolutely crazy. That's a no for me. So, can we start doing devotions again? I would love to start doing devotions again. Yes, we could totally do. I want to start that one of a prayer-filled life. And it is, I can show it to you. Oh, there it is. This is the one I bought and I haven't started it. So maybe we could start this together. Even if I had to go on at night and just do a devotion, and not necessarily in our makeup lives, or I could do it in our lives. Like we could do part devotion, part getting ready. But this is live a praying life. This is what I wanted to do. So, and then I also ordered a book from, you know, those people who are like, this person's a billionaire, this person's a millionaire. What's one book you'd recommend they read? And they give it. This is a book that this guy who, thumbs up, don't know how I did that. This is a book that a guy who was really successful, and he was talking about his relationship with God and like how God's blessed his business and all these things. And they said, what's one book you would recommend? And this is what he said: Never Eat Alone, and Other Secrets to Success, One Relationship at a Time. So I was like, okay, I ordered it, done, sold, but I haven't read it yet. So, but I am wanting to start reading. I'm actually just wanting to start prioritizing what my day looks like my daily life of being busy with things or being intentional. Like, I'm going to read for 30 minutes today and figure out where that works, like whatever it is. I really do believe that I haven't felt my best the last few months as far as like, kind of, I think when you have been on antibiotics or your immune system's down, I had E. coli, like all that, it's easier for you to get sick again when your body's been fighting stuff. And I don't know, I feel like as soon as I'm like, let's go do this, let's start working out or walking or whatever, I get like some sort of head cold or something. But I would like to get it to where I don't feel icky. This is the Jellyfish Peptide. It's the Youth Sculpting Wand. Absolutely love it. It has 7 skincare ingredients in one. Helps tighten your skin. This is the Super Boost C Serum. And I mentioned it the other day. I've never gotten a refill on it. I've just been using the same bottle that came in before it even launched. And the last couple times I've used it, I have felt like my pumps are getting slow. But that was the beginning of summer. So if that tells you how long the products last, I love the way this looks on my skin. Oh, you're doing a Bible recap with Tara Cobble. I have seen other people doing that and I love it. So a few months ago, we made a list of goals. Our vision board day didn't quite go exactly how I thought it was going to. And we still haven't like made a vision board. We kind of just talked about what would that look like, or like the pain of our past, how could that create a vision board for our future? But we didn't actually make a vision board. So that's something that I would also love to do. But so we made a vision paper, right? And it was like things that we wanted. I could have Adam pull it up, but it was like, what do we want to spend our time doing? And a lot of it was like tithe, consistently go to church, which my hairdresser invited us to her church this week, so we are actually going there. But like going to church consistently, tithing, praying, like dedicated times where I'm like praying and reading my Bible. And then we also had a list of things like sell our house in Tennessee and like what we would like to possibly do for the future, selling the camp, which that's still on our list. And just different things. And so this vision board included like, what do we want to, like selling Adam's truck, like what did we want to accomplish? And then what do we also want to start new or save for, or certain things. So I found that list. It was on his phone while we were on the plane last night. And I went through and kind of highlighted certain things that I feel like one of them was do Duolingo every day. Well, I've been doing that. So I was like, well, that's something I'm proud of. But like, I haven't been reading my Bible every day. I do feel like I pray every day, but not like sitting down on my knees, like crying out to God, praying, just more like praying throughout my day, or if I think of someone or submitting messages and ask for prayer, I'll pray for them, or like, different things. And so, but I am like, how do I make these shifts that this is important? And really that's what it is. I have not said that like, this is the most important thing. I'm doing nothing else but this. Like, I'm sure I watch TV at night every day. And so just like honest if the things you're writing down haven't happened. Then you have to decide, is it important to me? And if it is, then how do we change it to where we make that a priority? So if you guys would like to do it, either Bible study with me or devotion or reading our Bible together or praying together, I feel like I love the accountability of doing that. I oftentimes am one to like, maybe I wouldn't do well just going on a walk every day for myself for commitment, but if I tell someone else I'm going, I will show up. And so maybe that can be how we like help each other and be accountable for even spiritually. So, okay, last thing I did was, this is just like, I've been showing it on my hand, but I'll show it to you. It is just so pretty on. Can you see on my skin? It just, this combo for skincare is so good. Like these, it's not a ton of things, but it is my daily ride or die right now. And it is so great. Every now and then I'll do lotion with tanning drops first, if I want to be a little more tan. That's the only thing I kind of have been changing up on occasion. But it is Youth Sculpting Wand from Pomifera, Super Oxidant Boost Serum, and then this Youth Activating Serum. If you have bags under your eyes, they have more of like an eye cream type product as well. You could add in if you needed that. But okay, so here's on my hand. Like you can just kind of see, which doesn't look bad, right? I'll put a little bit on. It is just like so good. And then you compare it to the other one. Like, do you see how this one just, your skin, and it kind of holds this, it's not even a sheen, it's like a, I don't know, the viscosity of it's a little, it's just not a jelly, it's not a serum, I don't know, it's just great. Okay, and then you can see how this one looks, and then when you put a little bit on it, just as something that your skin kind of looks, goes from like blah to like va. So great. Okay, yesterday I got asked about this product, so I linked it today. It is the Key Largo Glow, and I put it in the comment, like the description of this video, and I've just been mixing it with my foundation. So I've been doing, you do want to shake this one up, because if you don't, it'll be a little runny. So shake it up. And then you're just gonna mix about this much, and then I put like a pump of foundation to the side, and then I've just been tapping it all over. So this dot method allows you to get a lot of product distributed everywhere. You can add a little more later if you want. You can see how it's all over. And then I'm just gonna start doing little circular motions. Yes, Shannon, it glistens. But one of the reasons I love kind of like getting away from everyone needing you for just a minute, and kind of thinking like, what is it like my spouse and I want? Where do we want to see our time being spent? And we're in a culture where our time can be like pulled a lot of directions. Like, how much screen time do we want? How much, what fills my cup or what leaves me drained, you know? And those are just some of the things that we talked about this weekend. Okay, once you kind of have this on, which I feel like it looks really good, you can add a little more glow drops just right to where you contour and around your forehead if you want. You don't have to, but I feel like this is really nice. I just don't want to get to the end where I'm like, okay, I spent a lot of time working or a lot of time doing this or a lot of time, and kind of my kids are grown, and which I feel like I spend a lot of time with my children, but I have a lot of like guilt sometimes of, are we being super intentional with like praying and like even doing devotions with them and making sure that they are like strong in their faith and their beliefs, and so I think sometimes a little weekend away is so good for your soul, just to like recenter what's important to you and what you want to do. How's Veda? She stayed in her bed every single day with the babysitter. Every day. Did not get out of bed. So then we came home last night, and she's only one sticker away from a trip to Walgreens. So I was like, okay, if you stay in bed tonight, like you've been doing it every night, you've been doing so good. Because really the problem is me. Like she just wants to come and get in bed with me and snuggle, which I don't blame her. I'm really snuggly. I'm really warm, you know. And so she stayed in bed all night last night. She's doing great. She really missed us. We really missed the kids. Like we were ready to get back. Had a lot of fun, but definitely ready to get back. Okay, I'm going in here. So I gotta go get my car that isn't fixed. So frustrating, and I feel like that's just an outrageous price. That's what I'm getting ready for. It's like I gotta do that before I get them from school. Did you miss the app up and running? Tammy, I wish. Okay, so here's the thing. We could have launched the app. We had a team of influencers already signed up to launch it. We have tons of swag. I have an entire room full of sweatshirts and hats, and we have we've had creators working on the app for over a year now. The thing is it costs so much per month to run an app. I don't know if you know this, but like if you have an app going, like every subscriber, you pay a certain amount to Apple. And then I think it's like you pay a 30% fee for every download user. You pay like just different stuff, right? So we have to charge for it because in order for us to be able to like give updates or we wanted to give like prizes and incentives and different things. So I don't feel personally that it is at the level it is currently. Like we could run group challenges in it, and we even thought about, but it's supposed to be to help tracking your cycle and helping for like feminine health and like all these things of like helping you to be the best depending on what cycle you're in, like how to know how to listen to your body and what you need. And really it kind of has ended up more of like, it does count your calories. You can take pictures of your food and see what it is, but I would say it is like a mid-level app. Like, and I don't want to launch anything or ask anyone. Like, I do feel like people would be like, okay, I'm going to do this and I want to support them, or I want it to be like a premium app that is like amazing, right? That everyone is getting value. Community is being built. People are like getting huge takeaways. People are having big results. They're like building relationships. They are like getting to follow every influencer's like different plans. And the way it was set up, it's just not, even though you could still do like you could still do daily workouts. You could still do, there are a lot of pieces of it that are like good, but some of it is still like not there. So coding takes a long time, and we have to kind of figure out, I gotta get on, either that we let that dream go and just be like, I'm not proud of where it is and that's just it, or that we invest like hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, and I don't have that right now. And we didn't do funding for it. We could go and get like partners to help invest money into it, but we had just been saving and trying and doing it, but we don't have what we need to make it what we want it to be financially. And we don't have, like, I don't know, you know, when you're like, it's kind of like a broken down car. Like, do you keep putting money in it? Or do we let it just, whatever? That's my app situation. And I don't ever want to launch something that I don't feel like this is really, or promote a brand or promote a product that I'm like, I think this is going to really, really like make a difference for people. And I don't want to stand behind something that I feel like isn't as good as what have you ever heard the phrase, like, they gave me everything I wanted, but nothing that I wanted, like, at the same time? Like, I think there's some sort of phrase out there that everything I said, but nothing that I wanted. And so that's kind of how it turned out. Is your shirt button straight? I think it is. My jeans are not, though. My jeans are off center, so that might be what's throwing you off. And then I just kind of have it like open a little. Could even figure out my collar situation. Might need a little iron. I think that's what's happening, is my collar is like a little popped over here, maybe more. Anyways, I don't feel like I failed because I did, we put a lot into it. I just think it flopped at the level it is until we can save more money to put more into it. And that's one of the reasons we're trying to like sell some of the things so that maybe we could reinvest more. I don't know. Being a grown-up's hard. But if I win the lottery, my app will be amazing. Maybe that'll help fix anybody with the shirts. Like, not doing it for them. All right. I'm a button off. Oh, I am a button off. Hang on. Don't mind me. We're just gonna fix it. I would have walked around all day like that, actually. And probably never noticed. Yeah, but it's okay. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Yes, so that's kind of like the journey we're on, is, I would say Adam and I are both really ambitious people. Like, take on maybe too much even sometimes. And I want to prayerfully be like, is this what we, like, wrong side. I want the little, these jeans go like sideways, so I want the sideways side to show. And sometimes we've taken on things of being like, I think if you've ever been in a position that you have not been able to feed your kids, let's start there, okay? There have been many years of my life where either through couponing, through photography, through food stamps, through all the things, just like this divorce, single motherhood, where it was like, I don't know exactly like where our food will come from next month, next week, tomorrow, like a lot. Like meeting people in parking lots to sell curtains or clothes or lamps or anything I could come up with so we could like eat, right? And I think if you've ever been in that you either, I don't know if that ever like you lose this feeling, but I haven't yet, that even sometimes when we are doing great, I still feel like, okay, well, we need to take this and like make it into more. And I don't want to be a bad steward of my, the resources the Lord has given us or whatever He's given, that we are, you know, you don't want to be that person that it says, like God says, I gave you these talents and you hid them. And I'm like, no, I want to like try and grow them or but I think there comes sometimes where you can be like, okay, well now maybe we could do this and now we can do this. But sometimes you don't always fully think it through. Or at least I'm like, that sounds great. I think that could go towards the plan, and then we'll go after it, and then maybe it ends up a little harder than we thought, or a little, you know, you're like, oh, we got lucky, like the camp. We got lucky that worked out, you know, because we kind of bit off more than we could chew there. But it's ended up being fine, and the camp pays for itself and a little more every month, and, you know, it all worked out, but those types of things. So that's kind of where when we're thinking, simplifying, or wanting to be sure, like, God, like, how can you use us? How can we have an impact in the world? How can we like make a difference? How can we help feed hungry people? How can we help like do these things? Like, how can we help build houses for people who need their house fixed, or help people who need things, you know, like help widows and help. So I do think like in some ways that scarcity mindset has like been a lot of fuel for me. Like, I don't ever want to not be able to feed them. I'm gonna like just hustle. And then at some point I think I have to be like, okay, God, like I just am trusting God, like not in my own abilities for how these things are gonna happen, but I just believe God is just gonna make them happen, you know, and give us wisdom and open doors for opportunity, and like seriously shut doors and friendships and things that we are not supposed to be in. Please shut the door. And then trusting that if God shuts that door, it just wasn't meant for you. So that's kind of like, I don't think the app was a bad idea, and we might even do it one day. But I also am trusting that like, if this was not the path we're supposed to be on, or it will be a distraction from something else, maybe even better, or wherever like we should be going, then shut the door and maybe we'll learn lessons along the way. So it's hard. Being a grown-up is really hard. And I didn't grow up being taught like things to do with your money, or how to manage them, or how to host a dinner party, or how to like really certain like, I wish there was a TikTok channel that's like, I'll be your mom, let me teach you how to do this, you know? And I could just learn, like, and I feel like some things have taken me a lot longer to learn maybe than other people just grew up knowing how to do. But I do believe God like sees our heart, and even when we don't know how to execute things perfectly, he like knows the heart behind it. And I think the heart behind it was good. Yes, Lisa, I love that you not believe what God has brought my family through when I let go of control. And sometimes God's path is just so much more beautiful than ours. And you're like, if you just really align with like, where does God want us? What does God want us doing, spending our time, you know? And you're like, does that line up for this? And if it doesn't, then I gotta evaluate. I love this color, pink apple. It's just a cream blush. Yes, he has our answers, just trust in him. And also, I think we have to seek him. And so many times it's like, okay, I've tried this. And you're like, okay, well, what did you ask God for? And like, what did he show you? And were you still enough to not just like jump right into something else? Like that you actually heard him, or looked for signs, or asked him for signs. And sometimes I think it's like we jumped into something because I thought it was a good idea, and maybe I didn't do that prayerfully enough. Just being honest. And I am like, I don't want to make my own way. I feel like God's way is better, and if he has it figured out, I would love to be there for it. So, but if you're you're just questioning, you don't know what to do, and you don't know what's up, maybe we just slow down and ask God. If you ask him to shut the door, if he's not in it and it shuts, you can't be surprised. I dry shampooed my hair today, but tonight it's gonna be a wash night. God led you to a grief support group after your daughter died. I absolutely love that. I believe God is so close to the brokenhearted. And the beautiful thing about him is he can use like every broken part for his story and to make beauty out of ashes. Like every broken piece of it. Like something bad happened, he can use it for good. Like something failed, he can use it for good. Something was successful, he can use it for good. Like, but yes, sometimes I think we're too busy. Or personally, sometimes I didn't even ask him. I just was like, I love that, let's do it. And had I slowed down and like really asked God to show me if this was the right thing and if this is where I should spend my energy the next year or 2 years or whatever, had I slowed down and asked him, he probably would have just closed the door or made it really clear that that wasn't the path I was supposed to be on. But sometimes I was just too busy and I just went for it. So that's where I'm trying to get to, is that I'm like, I don't want to waste years chasing my own things that might not be the path I'm supposed to be. Just, if you seek him, you will find him. And I think that's what I love about God, is truly like the moments I have just like bawled my eyes out, felt this presence and spirit of the Lord like all over me, right? And you're like, man, if I had just seeked you on these other things, I would have found you in it, or found that I wasn't supposed to be there, you know? But sometimes I've tried it my own way, like, and that's just me being transparent. Like, it's not anything I'm proud of. Like, I want to work better at being that. But sometimes we've just been there. Oh, I hear my husband coming. Hey, you. I'm almost done. You need me? Okay, I have one eye left. He's got these new shoes that like squeak. Squeak. So you can hear him coming. He sounds like a 8th grade basketball player. I also think like feeling guilty for resting, or feeling guilty like I have so many things I should do to like sit down and read our Bible and pray, that we are kind of conditioned not to do that. We're conditioned that like all these other things are more important, when in reality that is the most important thing we could do with our whole day. If you check that off your list, you won, you know? Like, and I think doing it in the beginning rather than the end is even better. But I have seen like true literal miracles happen, and it is when you're seeking God for those things. All right. Almost done. Oh, Shannon said if she could ask everybody to pray with her this morning. Her dad traveled outside of the U.S. to visit family and was murdered while he was there. I am so sorry, Shannon. I will definitely be praying for your best friend. That is awful. So sorry. Let's pray for her right now. Dear Lord, I pray for Shannon's friend. I just pray that right now, going through like unexpected sadness and loss, God, I just pray that you comfort her and you wrap your arms around her. Like, God, let her know that your Holy Spirit is near her. And Lord, thank you for the promise that we have of getting to spend eternity with our loved ones one day. But God, I just pray that you help heal her heart and help her during this really, really hard time. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Yes, thankfully we serve a very loving, very patient God. And even when he's like, girl, we've been repeating this a few times. When are you going to learn? Okay, friends, that's it. That's all I'm doing today. Gotta go get a card that's not fixed. More Pomifera. Okay, if you hopped on late, it's our little like Canadian tuxedo, like denim on denim today. I even have like a little denim bag I'm gonna wear with it. You wanna see? Like full denim. But let me grab it. It's tiny, but it's so cute. It's just enough to like fit a phone and some car keys in it. But right. I just think there's something so cute about denim. I love this one. It has pearls. I actually got this from Amazon and it's such a good find. Jeans or Zara, linked them. They're a little off center. If that drives you nuts, don't buy them. If you like the vibe, they're cute. They do have very little stretch to them, so keep that in mind when you are shopping. All jewelry is lavender blue. I forgot to mention this, but today's the last day. They've been doing like some 40% off lately. This ring is lavender blue. You can use my code SWAN. These earrings, I think all my jewelry. Well, this isn't ordering, but and my wedding ring. But lavender blue. So 40% off with the code SWAN. And then the big thing that launched today was this new cranberry urinary tract health. So use my code Courtney Swan. The link's in the description of the video. And a subscription, and you save 25% off on it. But it's a fabulous daily product for urinary tract health. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have the best day. And if you have questions about anything, you can send me a message. I think I tried to link everything that you might have a question about. And we're going to go get this and try and figure out if we just have something wrong with our motor mounts or not. Get a second opinion. Go get kids. Do all the things. So Lola has friends coming over after school today. So gonna grab some snacks and everything. So that's our day today. I feel like one brow looks different than the other. I'm gonna fix it really quick before. And I have mascara on my eyelid. Thanks. Use your spoolie from your brows, like, and if you ever have mascara anywhere you don't want it. Your brows are not twins, but they do want to look like sisters more than cousins. Don't forget cereal. I know. I actually picked some up on our way in last night because my 16-year-old was spoiled. But cereal and sushi, that's what we came home with. So he's such a funny kid. But anyways, yeah, if you were on it for yesterday's, Christian was like, when are we coming back? I need cereal. And so I was sure to get him some. But I need to go get some like real snacks. Kids just eat a lot. Kids are just eaters. So anyways, okay, I'm gonna hop off here. I love you guys. Hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you later.